Oh, hey there. Welcome to Chabad of YouTube, where everything has a purpose. Finding the purpose, that is the job of a Jew. It says in the medrash, Yalkut Shemaini, the Jewish people merited to leave Egypt on account of their belief in God. What's so great about the belief of a Jew that therefore they merited this massive miracle? And why specifically belief? This could be understood by analyzing the difference between the belief of a Jew versus the belief of a Gentile. The reason that a Gentile believes in God is only because logic dictates such. Just as you don't have anything in the world, a flower pot or car, that appears out of nowhere, it must have someone who created it. So too logic dictates that the world too has a creator, something higher that brought about the world into the existence as we see it today. Because a Gentile's belief in God stems from logic, he will try to explain everything logically. Even the greatest miracles that have occurred in history, for example, the splitting of the sea, he will give a reason to it. He will try to rationalize it. Not saying that things are above nature, not saying that things are beyond the world. Every single thing must be a coincidence because scientific cause. And the fact is that the splitting of the sea happened throughout the world. When the water split, every single pool of water throughout the world split at the same time, giving the room to make a mistake and say that this is something natural. While a Jew, being that his belief in God is not because of logic, but is because of an intrinsic thing, because of his soul that he has within him that sees godliness, therefore a Jew will go to the opposite extreme. Instead of trying to rationalize everything, he will try to irrationalize everything. He will try to explain how everything is supernatural, even the simple things. For example, putting a seed in the ground, the fact that a tree comes out, the Yerushalmi says that anyone who does that is because he believes in God. In other words, even though Gentiles also plant, and they say that it's nature, the fact that a seed turns into a tree, a Jew will say that's not nature. That is happening because God's hand and God's involvement was in it. The Jewish people merited to leave Egypt, whether you're talking about the higher level of Egypt, where one believes in God but only on a limited level, or a lower level of Egypt, which is that one doesn't believe in God at all. Whichever type of limitations you're talking about, the Jewish people showed God that we are working above nature. Even when it came to things that seemingly the Jewish people should have been the same as the Egyptians. The way they dressed, their names, the way they spoke. Those three, it says that the Jewish people, while being slaves in Egypt, kept unique. They spoke their own language. And they wore their own clothes. And they had their own names. And because the Jewish people showed God that we realize that you are something above nature, we believe in you, not because logic dictates so. Even in the things that seemingly the Jewish people should have been the same as the Egyptians. But nevertheless, the Jewish people remain separate. The Jewish people said that we don't work according to nature. We're not the same as everybody else. God said it's time to play ball. Now I can reciprocate. You guys are showing that you believe in me not because of logic, but because of how I am above nature. And therefore, even in natural things, you'll try to express godliness. And even in the things that seemingly you should be the same as the Egyptians, you distinguish yourselves. Now I will act in a manner above nature and I will take you out of Egypt. The takeaway is, everything that happens to you is not a coincidence. God is trying to send you a message. Make sure to learn from it how to improve in your divine service. Have a good Shabbat.